I want to show you guys how I'm getting a glass-like finish inside this vase with the epoxy resin by rotating it slowly on my Shopsmith spindle. Look at that, just like glass. It's been on here almost 5 hours now, and it's almost ready for a second coat of colored epoxy. I want to show you what I did here. Shopsmith will only go down to a minimum speed on this Power Pro headstock of 250 RPMs, and I didn't want to fling all of the epoxy to the equator here on the round vase and make it thin everywhere else, or spatter it around at 250 RPMs. So I bought a little gear motor on Amazon. Comes with the bracket, and you can buy a bundle with that little 12-volt transformer over there. And then I have it wired to the 110 AC outlet with an extension cord that I cut the socket end off of and stripped 2 bare leads on the wires. It's that simple. And I want to show you this board that I mounted it on. I'm using some foam from some packing material as a spring with a clamp on only one end, so that when this wooden wheel I turned on the lathe hits the high points between the cold jaws, where I've packed in some more softer foam and taped it on with duct tape. Otherwise the little wheel wouldn't get any traction when it hits the gaps between the 4 jaws of the cold jaws. Using the cold jaws, 10-inch cold jaws in this case. And on my little wheel, you can't see it, but I've wrapped some silicone weather stripping. It's kind of white translucent there in the middle. And you can see the edges a little bit. Right there and there of the silicone weather stripping. And you can probably see the board bounce up and down a little bit. Very slightly. See the movement? As the wheel hits the high and low points of the cold jaws. And I want to show you what I did to remove the tension created by the Shopsmith pulleys and belts internally here. I simply removed actually the set screw right here on the adapter shaft, so that it turns freely without turning the Shopsmith at all. And it turns very, very easily, and I put a little sewing machine oil into that empty set screw hole so it's nice and lubricated. And I'm getting about 15 to 18 RPMs on this compared to the original 250 minimum, and it's coming out just like glass, smooth inside that vase.